Thanks for watching. This is Hito from hitostar.com. Today I'm going to be speaking about Gemini full moon on November 23rd, 2018. This full moon is happening in the sign of Gemini, and this is a fun, optimistic, positive full moon. We have the Sun, Mercury and Jupiter all conjunct together, and we have the moon opposed to all these planets. Gemini is a sign of communication and conversations and information, and Gemini is also a sign of friendship. So at this full moon, it is a great time for you to connect with your friends and have some fun eating and drinking and just enjoy this optimistic energy. This month in November, we have some important events in the sky, and I talked a lot about this in the last video, Scorpio new moon. So if you like to check it out, please go back and see what's happening this month. And there are a few other things happening on November 16th. I recorded this video last time, so I'm now adding on to this video now. And we have two important events on the same day, which is November 16th. So planet Venus has been in retrograde since October 5th, and I've been talking about this in the last few videos. And now this is moving forward on November 16th. But at the same time, we have Mercury retrograde, which is happening to be at the same time. So take few days before and after the 16th. But what can happen around this time is Venus, a lot to do with relationship, money, your beauty. Mercury is a lot to do with your communication. It could be about finance. Because of these, what we call personal planets are moving forward and backward on the same day, we are going to have this time called stationary around the 16th, and that's giving us a little bit of chaotic situations. It can make a chaotic situation because of these two planets. So if you're experiencing anything unusual, just know that's happening because of these two planets. So since October 5th, this planet Venus has been in retrograde. So a lot of you might have experienced some difficulties, some challenges in relationships or in finance, because this planet is very important, especially for women, and it's directly related to finance as well. So women could be frustrated, somehow not happy with some situations, or you can feel inward, just feels like not going out but want to stay inside more because of this Venus retrograde. And I've already heard many events that happened since Venus went retrograde in October. But now, since this is moving forward on November 16th, this theme can be repeated. When this planet went backward, that's October 5th, you might have had some events around them regarding to relationships and finance or your beauty. So now this theme can come back to move forward. We had this time in retrograde to look into ourselves and look into our relationships, and we had some lessons, and now we are going forward. So in the last 1 month or so, you might be hearing from your friends and partners in the past, and you might be reconsidering relationship with them, or just remembering the time, and now you are going into a new phase to consider what's important for you and what's great for you in your life, especially in relationships. So this Mercury is going retrograde from November 16th until December 6th. So between these days, you might have some miscommunications, some cancellations can happen. So if that happens, just know the universe is trying to tell you something. Whenever a planet goes retrograde or direct, it is a great time to listen to the messages and incorporate it in your life, to make changes in your life, because everything happens for reasons, and in astrology it is very obvious how Mercury's send us some messages, Venus send us some messages, Uranus send us some messages. Each time our job is to receive the signs and be able to listen to them and be able to improve our lives. Another event that's happening this month is this planet Mars going into sign of Pisces. So this planet Mars has been in sign of Aquarius for a quite long time this year, and now it's changing the sign into Pisces. So Mars in Pisces is great for spirituality, great for creativity. It's a great time for your healing and using your creativity to create your art, music and dance, photography, whatever you can be creative with. At this full moon in Gemini, we have this Mars squaring Jupiter and also Mercury. So this energy is very strong, which is energy you have to be careful a little bit with doing too much. It could be just you doing too many things that you might feel exhausted, or you can be over the top, or you think you can do things and you can overpromise things and later on you can't take care of it. So just be careful with that. It's always great to be efficient and grounded. So there was a big event that I talked a lot about in the last video. On November 6th, we have North Node Dragon Head in Cancer and South Node Dragon Tail in Capricorn. So these two signs are highlighted for the next 18 months, and what this means, especially from the sign of Cancer, is it's about defining home and changing ideas around home and family and security. So especially from November 6th, from that week, I'm sure a lot of things have changed for you, and we are going through this big shift, and especially things regarding to home and security and finding your real home for your soul. That's a theme that we are going into. So in the next 18 months, you might find yourself looking into things to do with your family, ancestry, and nationality. So it's about defining your home in different perspectives. And since we are going to have eclipses happening in these two signs, Cancer and Capricorn, in the next 18 months, we are going to have big shifts around these topics, and you can probably see that already coming in. So since we are in Mercury's retrograde until December 6th, it is not a great time to start something new, to launch something new, but it is a great time to redo something, reconnect, restart. So if you have things that you can start again or to connect again, that's a great time for you. And coming up in January, especially January 6th to March 5th, this is a great time for you to start something new. That's the time all the 10 major planets are going forward. So if you are looking into launch something, opening up your business, website, go for it. That's a great time, and I am looking forward to this time as well. Thanks so much for watching again. I just created another video that I talk about this planet Jupiter going into sign of Sagittarius, which is a big event this year as well. So please watch that and learn more about it. And also, because of this event, I have created a special deal for everyone. So my astrology session is usually $275 for an hour, but for this special deal, I am giving out $475. And on top of that, there will be a short video of me explaining how to read other people's charts. So it is a video that you can watch and learn how to look into your friends and family's chart to see the basic things in astrology. So if you like to purchase this session, please go to my website hitostar.com and you can choose from your calendar and purchase the session right there. And the session date will be until January 31st, but you have to book the session by December 6th. So astrology really helped me in my life, and I've changed myself a lot in the past few years because of this great study. And now I'm helping other people, hundreds of people so far. And if you haven't taken my session, or if you have taken my session already, I am so happy to see you and be able to help you with that. And as a singer, I am performing at Carnegie Hall on November 28th. So it's coming up soon and I'm so excited about this. This was always a big dream for me to perform at Carnegie Hall. I'm from such a tiny town in Japan, and I always wanted to sing and dance in New York, and that was a big dream. And especially performing at Carnegie Hall, I always had picture of Carnegie Hall on my wall, and that was a really big deal, and it's just happening finally this year. So if you are in New York, or if you are willing to travel to New York, please come to see my show. Go to my website, my artist website, HITOMI NOZAWA.com, and you can see all the information from there. Thank you so much for watching again. I am wishing you a beautiful full moon in Gemini. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Dice que sabe, sabe así.